230, and here we are, 5:16 a.m. and ready to get started. Light day today, so no real intense training. My body needs to recover also because you grow stronger during recovery. I'm going to be doing some mobility and then chest as the only large muscle group today. And then that's going to be it. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything else this morning. How are you doing this morning? It is Wednesday morning here, the middle of the week, and it rained in the middle of the night, which is very nice. The sound of rain falling is quite soothing, right? Everyone slept well, everyone's still sleeping, and Saturday we're going on holiday, which is going to be fun and nice. A great way to spend quality time with the family. I think that's it. In the meantime, I'm going to get started with the pulls that my physiotherapist has advised me to do to help with the mobility and strengthening of my shoulder and back, even though it still needs to be looked at, but we can only do that after my holiday because everyone's on holiday, but that's all right. And then I'm going to do mobility, and then we're going to do chest workout. I train for living an active, self-sufficient, adventurous life. Like the holiday we're going to go on, there's going to be a lot of hiking and walking and adventure parking. So I hope that I am physically ready for that I'm strong enough, conditioned enough, mobile enough to do all of the things that we're going to do on our trip. But I'll let you know while we're traveling, obviously. And like I always say, we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So it's 5:18 a.m. and I'm going to get started. And I hope that you're having a good start of the day if it's Wednesday morning for you as well. It could also be Wednesday afternoon already, or if it's the end of your Tuesday, and I hope you're having a good wind down and a good sleep when you're ready to go to bed. All right, let's get started. And if you want to say hi in the comments, drop me a line, say good morning. I'd very much appreciate it. More than welcome to drop by for a little conversation. Good morning. Let me just finish up this and I'll come and read that message. Let's see. SSC Rewind, good morning. Thanks for dropping by and saying hi. I hope you're doing well this morning or this evening, wherever you're at. You into any kind of sports? Just browsing and stumbled upon this stream about fitness, mobility, kettlebells, or if you're interested in kettlebells specifically, maybe as a tool for your training. Okay then, more messages. I'll be right over. This is Lena Morones. What's good? It's all good, thanks. It's 5:24 a.m. Life's good. I'm happy with a lot of things in my life. So yeah, everything. I think most things in my life are pretty good right now. What about you in your life and where you're at? What's good? I hope you're doing good as well. And thanks for dropping by and leaving a message. I appreciate that. It's a really good question to ask in the morning. What's good? A lot to be grateful for, I think. Well, I see your messages. I'll be right over. It's busy in the chat this morning. This is nice. Let's see. Jackson. Looks max 101. As my age, you mean? Maybe. Who knows? But 40 at the moment. So still got a couple of years to go there. I hope you're doing all right. And thanks for dropping by and saying hello. I hope you're doing all right. Having a good day, start of the day, end of the day where you're at. Oh, a new message. I'll be right over to read that. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'm for saying hello. I'm Rich. Good job. Thanks, man. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. Life treating you all right? I hope you're having a good start of the day or end of the day, wherever it is that you are in the world at the moment. And thanks for dropping in again and saying hello. I'm doing well. As you can see, I'm still here. It's good to know you're still there as well. mobility might seem like a boring routine, or maybe it's very soothing and very calming, I don't know. I was never very interested in it in my teens, 20s, and 30s. But I think I realized a bit too late that the ability to move in a controlled way, because that's what mobility is, it's not stretching and flexibility, right? It incorporates flexibility, but it is the ability to perform controlled movements with the range of motion that your joints and body provides or has. Sometimes I wish I would have started a bit earlier, because I probably lost some mobility over the years that I'm not going to get back, which is fine. That is also part of life. But you notice, this muscle, as you get older, I think it's speed as you lose first, then it is size, and eventually it's strength. And there is only so much you can do to maintain that. And I think I'm doing the absolute bare minimum if I want to have a lot of mobility and ability 40 years from now, which when I'm 80, and hopefully well into my 90s. Probably won't be as fast as I am today, because I'm definitely not as fast as I was 20 years ago, which I didn't realize had changed, but it changed, right? But it's about being able to go through the day-to-day in a self-sufficient and energized way, where I'm able to put my suitcase overhead if I travel, or drag my suitcase from my house to the train station or through the airport when I travel, or carry my groceries home myself, or pick up something not heavy, but pick up something safely and put it away. Being able to get low to the ground when I think it's necessary, because that's one that goes away quickly, right? Your ability to get down on the floor and play, for example, with kids, especially my kids, or who knows, maybe someday grandkids, or how do you maintain that? How do you start doing things today that will pay off not tomorrow, not next year, but 10, 20 years from now? And I know some people say, well, why worry about such a distant future? And that's fair enough. 24 minutes of my life that I've spent investing in something that is hopefully going to leave me stronger way down the line. But everyone should decide that for themselves. I'm going to do my strength training in a moment, because the mobility part is done. But yeah, that's, I think, up to every person to decide for themselves what they would want to or wouldn't want to do. I think it's worth spending 30 minutes a day making that investment in my future, just like I put 10% of what I earn aside every month for that future. Because what's the point in living that long if you don't have any means and all you can do is sit at home and do nothing? I don't think that is the kind of life I would want to live at that point anymore. All right, we're going to get started with the chest. I'm going to start off with just a little bit of overhead work, two-handed, and then we're going to move on to a floor press. Yeah. That's 20 kilo, the heavy one. Definitely only two-handed work. 12 kilos. And there's the first set. So if you're a regular here, maybe you've seen a wide variety and collection of kettlebells, and yes, it is growing in some ways, which I guess is also a good thing, but it also shows my development with kettlebells, right, where I started with an 8 kilo, and now I barely ever use the 8 kilo except for windmills, sitting or standing, and predominantly working with 12 and 16, which is a sign that I'm getting stronger, and then going to move on to 16 and 20, hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months. And that's progress. And then at one point, I think we want to keep it at 20 and 24 for as long as I can. So, you might be interested in this or not, but let's talk a little bit about different energy systems. You can train for endurance, to be able to run or bike, or walk or hike a long distance, 30 to 60 minutes continuously. You can also be training explosiveness or strength, and then translating that strength into speed, which is explosiveness power. Or you can train for quick recovery, which means you do some work, then you don't let your body recover entirely before you do more work, which teaches your body how how to do more effort in less time. The first one, endurance, increases the amount of blood that your heart is. And I'm not saying that correctly because the amount of blood in your body doesn't increase. It increases the capacity or the strength of your cardiovascular system to pump more blood through your system. The second one, strength, builds the muscle fiber and the recruitment of that muscle fiber to translate that into output. And the third one builds your mitochondrial capacity, which is the speed with which you are able to recharge your batteries or create energy for output. And you can train all three with different training programs. So depending on what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're timing the breaks and rest, I'm doing a strength program now, which is why the breaks are longer, just in case you were wondering, compared to, for example, an every minute on the minute or a HIIT session. Hope that was useful. That was the TED Talk for today. Okay, overhead press, 20 kilos. In any case, if you want to tell me what you're interested in, go ahead in the chat. If you're interested in any kind of sports, I used to do judo, karate. Now this is the most efficient way that I have to keep myself in shape, keep myself strong, conditioned, mobile, because I don't have to go to the gym. I can just do my workout here at home in the kitchen. This is the kitchen, yes. And that means that I can work out more frequently than I thought I could by having learned how to do these things at home. Do I enjoy going to the gym? Yes, I do. Do I go to the gym? I try to go once or twice a week. Because it's also a social thing. So yeah. But this has made me, home workouts have made me very much more consistent. Seeming that we're going on to day 230. Let's set up the floor presses. When everybody tends to have a favorite exercise. Do you have one? If so, let me know what your favorite exercise is. I think, to be very honest, outside of the deep squat and just sitting and resting there as mobility exercise, still can't escape the fact that I really like the deadlift. A bit boring. Might be a bit boring. And then it's already 5:57 a.m. It's almost 6 a.m. and almost time to move on with the rest of the day. Well, we can be very honest about it. Dumbbells and barbells are somewhat more comfortable, especially for the chest press. However, it is still chest exercise. It's the same motion, even though the range is slightly limited because I'm on the floor. So, in all fairness, it works. And that's why we can do it. Let's wrap this up with a club bell and some mills, and then we're good for today, 6:03 a.m. And it's been a good start of the day. To do inside circles. Right, still better than left, but we'll get there. Thanks for the 4 likes. SSC Rewind, thanks for dropping in saying hello. Lena Barones, thanks for dropping by and having a conversation. Jackson, thanks for saying hi. And Amber, it's always good to see you when you drop by. It's 6:08 a.m. where I'm at. Been doing this for 51 minutes this morning. I'm going to call it a day and start with the rest of the day. I train for living, a self-sufficient, active, adventurous life. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and join me on this journey. Maybe there's something we can learn from each other. Like I always say, we are good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So I'll see you tomorrow, friends. Take care.